Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this lesson for grade 7 bio. In this lesson, we are going to learn about three remaining groups of the plant kingdom. In our previous lesson, we learned about the two groups of the plant kingdom that were algae and mosses and liverworts. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the three remaining groups that are ferns, conifers, and flowering plants. So let's begin with the ferns. As we study about the previous one, their properties, so in the same way, when we talk about the properties of the ferns, first thing about the ferns, they are non-flowering plants. Like same way, algae, mosses, and liverworts, they are non-flowering plants. So ferns also don't make flowers. So that's why we put them in the category of the non-flowering plants. They have true roots and stems. Mean their roots and stems are visible and can be clearly seen, and even they have the leaves as well, but their method of reproduction is same like the liverworts and mosses. They reproduce by making spores, but their way of making the spores is different than the way of making the spores by the mosses and liverworts. Their spores are made in structures called sporangia on the underside of large feather-like leaves called fronds. Actually, the leaves of this group are named as fronds. They are just like the feather of any bird. If we look at their shapes, their shape will be like the feather of a bird. So their spores will be made under this frond, under this large feather-like leaf. The number of known fern species is about 10,500. There are approximately 10,500 species of the ferns. So it means this also makes a large group of plants. Right now you can see here a fern picture is shown in the diagram. Their leaves are just like the feathers, and under the feathers are the spores. That spores are used to make the new fern species. So there are nearly 10,500 species. So this is one of the species right now you can see on your screen. The second group are conifers. They have roots. Their stem is woody. This is the group whose stems are visible, very clear, and they are strong enough. They are woody. When we say their stems are woody, it means they will be large in size and have sufficient wood in them. And they have needle-like leaves. Their leaves are just like the needle shape. Most conifers lose and replace their leaves all year round. So that is why we call them evergreen. Because if any plants lose the leaf and get it back, they don't need to wait for any particular seasons to get their leaves back. Even if they will lose the leaf, they will get them back. So that's why they are termed as evergreen plants. They come in the category of the evergreen plants. I mean, throughout the year, they will be able to replace their leaves. And almost all conifers reproduce by making seeds. And their seeds are developed inside the cones. The cones are just like the normal cone shape you have. So inside the cone, the seeds are developed and they grow through seeds. Also, when the seeds are ready to disperse, the cones open and the seeds will fall out. And from these seeds, the new conifers will grow. Each seed has a wing that prevents the seeds falling quickly and allows it to be blown away by the wind. This method actually helps them to spread because spreading of the seeds is very important. If they will not have the wing-like shape, then it will not be possible them to be blown away by the wind. So they will fall around the plant, so there will not be sufficient food and sufficient space for different conifers to grow. So their method of spreading, as you have studied in the previous classes, actually their seeds, different shapes of the seed also you study in grade 5 if you remember. So their seed shape helps them to spread and then grow. So their generations continue. And the last group of the plants are flowering plants. These are the plants that we have around us. The first property is they have roots, they have stem, and they have leaves. And stem is woody in most plants. And they reproduce by making seeds, and their seeds are made inside the flowers. That is why we call them flowering plants. So it means their way of reproduction is they reproduce with the help of seeds. These seeds are made inside the flowers. So this is what we have for today's bio lesson. So see you next time with a new topic. Thank you.